Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another playthrough of Mage Night. Today we're going to be playing with Norowas. Tovak's going to be the dummy player. Gone ahead and set up everything as usual. The unit offer from left to right is Savage Monks, Shock Troops and Red Cape Monks. The advanced action offer is Ritual Attack, Blood Rage and Spellforge. And the spell offer that we have is Whirlwind, Tornado, Fireball, Firestorm, and Mist Form, Veil of Mist. The dice in the source are 2 whites and a black, and we can go up and draw up to our hand limits of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we get Improvisation, Mana Draw, Crystallize, Concentration, and Rage. And I think here, given the starting position of the board, I'm probably going to try and... We have Improvisation for move 3, so we could probably go even into the forest for a move of 3, and that would then allow us to see what's in the Mage Tower. And if we don't like what's in there, we still have the option to go to the village for 2 instead of going here, which would then basically force us to go into the Mage Tower. So with that in mind, I think probably go with planning here. Yeah, let's go with planning. And hopefully we can end with more than 2 cards here, and then we'll still have the option. We'll have 6 cards to hopefully be able to take down the Mage Tower. So the dummy player is going to take number 5, which is Great Start. So we are going to go first. But yeah, Great Start is out of the game. So yeah, let's make a move here. So I think we'll go with what we said. We'll go Improvisation, and we'll use Crystallize. Yeah, we'll use that to move 3, and we'll move in there and see what's in here. And it is okay. So it's Ice Attack of 5. They have ice resistance and an armor of 6. So that could be quite a nasty one to defend, given that we probably not going to be able to defend that with a defend of 10 and still get enough attack. So yeah, let's see what we draw in the next turn. So we have 3. We're drawing up to 6 because of planning. So we get another 3, and they are Determination, Stamina, and Rejuvenate. Okay, so let's go with the dummy. So 1, 2, and 3. It's a blue. They have 2 blues and a red. So let me just put them into their inventory. So they're getting another 2, 1, and 2. And then it's back over to us. Okay, so I think here we're going to end up taking a few wounds, but let's play Concentration for a blue. We'll use that to power our stamina for move 4. We can play Mana Draw with a white from the source. We will take the black and set it to red. We'll gain 2 red tokens. And we can use... Let's move in first, so that will drop us 1 on the reputation track. We are going to just take 3 wounds into hand. And then we can use Rage for an attack of 4 and Determination for an attack of 2. So that's an attack, 6 physical attack, which is enough to take him out, which will give us 5 fame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to level us up on the next turn. These go away. We are left with Rejuvenate and 3 wounds in hand, which is going to trigger planning. The red doesn't get re-rolled, the white does, and it's a blue. We will discard those. We're leveling up, so we get a skill, and we have a choice between the influence skill and gaining a white and a green. And I think here, given that we have Rejuvenate in hand and 3 wounds, I'm going to take the crystal skill, and the common skill is going to be what's this one called? I Don't Give a Damn from Tovak. So that's that. We also gain an advanced action. So we have a choice between Ritual Attack, Blood Rage, and Spellforge. I think I'll take Spellforge. Yeah, let's do that. We also get a spell for conquering the Mage Tower. And for this, we have a choice between Mist Form, Whirlwind, and Fireball. And I think let's go with, I think Whirlwind might go well with the skill we took. So we'll take Whirlwind. That goes on top of our deck. We have to refresh the advanced actions and spells, and we get Shield Bash in the advanced actions. And for a spell, we get Wings of Wind, Wings of Night. So we have 4 cards in hand. We're drawing up to 6. So we get 2, and we have Spellforge and Whirlwind. Dummy players go 1, 2, and 3. It's a green. They don't go again. Back over to us. And I think in terms of plans for the rest of the round, so there's nothing we can recruit in the Mage Tower. So I'm thinking we probably want to try and head over this direction, maybe get onto the maze, see what's in the keep. And then we can possibly go for the keep or go for the maze. And then this will give us a good base to explore these 2 tiles if we can successfully get into the keep. So I think I'm going to use this skill to gain a white to our inventory and a green token. So we'll get the green and the white. We'll use the green with Rejuvenate to heal 2. So we're going to get rid of those 2 wounds. Then we can play Spellforge with a blue from the source, gain 2 crystals to your inventory of the same colors as 2 different spell cards in the spells offer. I think I will gain a red and a blue. 1 for Fireball, 1 for Mistform. And that is all we will do for this turn. This goes away. That is a black, so not helpful. We still have 2 in hand, so we draw up to 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the cards we get are March, Threaten, Swiftness, and Noble Manners. Dummy player then 1, 2, 3. It's a blue, another 2, 1 and 2. So they're moving kind of fast. Back to us. I think here we can potentially go to the village, although there's nothing to recruit there either. So let's, we don't have a green, access to a green, so let's play March for move 2. It's going to be 6 to get in there. We will have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards left, so I really want to try and get into that maze. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that will get us into the maze, and we will draw the rest of our cards, so we can go from there. I think I don't like using all those influence cards sideways, but there's nowhere, there's no units that we can actually recruit in that village or the Mage Tower. So we're looking at, well, I mean, we could go for the keep, but we're very blocked in here, depending on what the tile comes out as. So I'd rather go for the maze, I think. So we're going to go March for 2, Swiftness for 2, and these 2 sideways for 2. So that's 2, and then 4 in there. 6, we reveal this. It is 4 physical attack with Swiftness and 4 armor. So that gets, these get discarded. We draw up to our hand limit +1 because of planning. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we get Rage, Stamina, Swiftness, and March. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. So they're going to declare end of round next turn. It's back over to us. I think we will go for this keep. So we'll play March for move 2. That decreases our reputation by 1. We are going to play Whirlwind with a white from our inventory for target enemy does not attack this combat. So he's just not attacking. And then we'll use Rage with the red from the source for an attack of 4. That's enough to take him out. Give us 3 fame. So 1, 2, 3. We do level up. We're left with these 3 in hand. This gets re-rolled. It's a green. White goes away. And we level up. So we get another command token. And yeah, we're left with these with nothing else to draw. Dummy player declares end of round. We are going to, we don't have a blue in this source, but we do have stamina for move 2 we can explore there, and probably swiftness for move 2 we can explore here. So let's see what we get here first. And it is, okay, so that could be a good one to go for, given the desert will be cheaper to get into at night. We also have another orc, or the first orc actually. Okay, so he has 2 separate physical attacks of 1 each and 4 armor. We have the Mage Tower, which goes face down. We have a village there, and then we can play swiftness for move 2, and we'll explore here. And okay, so we're right next to a village. There's a white crystal mine. We should have a shield here, and another keep, which goes face down. And yeah, that's going to be our turn. That's the end of the round. These are getting re-rolled. White, white, and red. So that's what we're starting the night with. The unit offer gets refreshed, and we get thugs. They can be recruited in a keep. Magic familiars, not in a keep. And peasants, which can be recruited in a village. The dummy player gets ritual attack. These advance, and the new advanced action is learning. They're getting a red crystal to their inventory. The new spell is meditation, and then all that's left is to shuffle, and we can go on to the next round. So planning goes away. Okay, so we can draw up to our hand limit, which is 5 plus 1 for our keep is 6, so 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we get improvisation, mana draw, determination, spell forge, rejuvenate, and a wound. And I think here we'll probably look to, given our reputation is -1, we could probably try and pick up the thugs while we're here in the keep, and then maybe go into the village with the intention to go for the Mage Tower the turn after. So maybe on turn 3. So with that, I'll take preparation. The dummy player is going to take number 1, which is from the dusk. So they're going to go first. We are going to search for, I think, let's take our Noble Manners card, which will give us influence 4 with one of the whites from the source. So the dummy player is going to go 1, 2, 3. It's a green. They don't have any. So we're going to immediately use Noble Manners. Well, first of all, before we do that, let's heal with Rejuvenate. So we'll heal 1. Then we'll use Noble Manners for influence 4, plus 1 for our reputation, which is 5, and we'll take the thugs. Yeah, let's do that. And then we're left with these 4 in hand. We could use a blue here from our inventory to get maybe a blue and a white. Although, yeah, let's maybe hold off on that. We could play the basic effect for a white. I think we will hold off for the time being on that. So we have 4, we'll draw up to 6, and that is another white. So 1 and 2, and we get march and stamina. Dummy player 1, 2, and 3. It's a white, they're not going again. So I think here we'll play, let's, why don't we play stamina for move 2? That will get us into the village. We don't see what's in the Mage Tower. We could try and recruit here. We could go for the peasants maybe, using improvisation, but we would have to discard one of our cards to do that. And I'm not sure if I want to actually discard any here. Why don't let's play improvisation for Actually, you know what I forgot to do for noble manners? We should have got fame +1 and reputation +1. So we're up to 0 there on the reputation track because we use noble manners during interaction. We can, let's use the red from the source for improvisation and discard, I think, determination. So that will give us influence 5, which is enough to recruit the peasants. Yeah, let's do that. We're left with 3 in hand. I'm okay with that. This gets re-rolled. It is a white, so we have now 3 whites in the source. We're drawing up to our hand limit +1, which is 5 + 1 is 6. So we get another 3, and it's concentration, swiftness, and rage. Dummy player 1, 2, and 3. It's a green. They don't go again. For our turn, I think we can pillage the village for another 2 cards, and we get swiftness and march. So we lose a reputation. And then I think we're going to try and go for the mage tower here, I think. Okay, so let's flip our skill. We'll get a white to our inventory and a green token. So the green and the white to our inventory. We can use the green with march to move 4. It costs 3 to move into the desert at night. We lose 1 reputation. That's another one. And we get this guy. So he has a physical attack of 5 with poisonous and 5 armor. So we can, how do we want to do this? And I think here we can use our thugs for block 3 and our peasants for block 2, so he's fully blocked. And then we can play swiftness with a white from the source for ranged attack of 3 and rage for 2. So that's a total attack of 5. And yeah, let's do that. So he's dead. We get 4 fame. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We get 1 shield token. And we are going to gain a spell at the end of our turn. So this gets re-rolled. It's a gold, not useful at all. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in hand. So we're not actually going to draw any cards this turn. But that's okay. The spell we're going to take is probably going to be Wings of Wind. So we'll put that on top of our deck. The spells advance and we get Charm. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can go on then to the dummy player's turn because we don't level up. So 1, 2, and 3. It's a red, so they get 2 more, 1 and 2. Then it's back over to us. And I think here we will, let's play mana draw with the white from the source. We can take the gold and set it to green, which will give us 2 green crystals. This guy should be gone. And we can use one of those to power concentration, which gives us the stronger effect of march +2, so that's 6. So we'll use 3 to go there, 2 to explore here. So we'll move these out of the way. And okay, so we're right next to a village. There is an orc and a ruins. So the orc goes face up and a ruins goes face down at night. Okay, and then we have to decide if we want to, so we have another one point of movement to spend. Do we want to use one of these sideways to get another core tile out? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards left. We will draw 3. So we would have 3 left. He will declare end of round on the turn after next. So I think, let's leave it there and see what we draw in our next hand. So green doesn't get re-rolled, the white does, and it's a green. These go away. And we are drawing up to 5. So 1, 2, and 3, and we get Rage, Whirlwind, and Wings of Wind. Dummy player then 1, 2, and 3. So they're going to declare end of round on the next turn. So back to us. Okay, so I think here we can play Swiftness for move 2. And we'll explore this tile. And it is the red city. Okay, so that's going to go like that. We're right next to a Draconum. So the first one's there, and it is 9 fire attack, fire and physical resistance, and an armor of 7. And the second is 4 ice attack with swiftness. He's elusive, 7 armor and 14 if we don't block, and then ice resistance as well. The red city level 5 is 1 brown, 1 purple, and 1 white. So a brown, a purple, and a white. And any physical attacks will be brutal. So that goes there, and then we can also play Spellforge and gain 1 crystal to our inventory. And I think we're going to gain a white one for the charm spell in the spell offer. So we'll do that, and we're left with 3 in hand, and we will draw. I mean, we could see we can't use Wings of Wind and get over to this section here, but we can also use Whirlwind. Target enemy does not attack this combat. And sorry, there should be a Ruins there as well. And that goes face down. And then if we can get 7 attack, we can take out, although we would need 7 ice attack there. If only there was a way to get a black in the source, that would be very helpful. So we would need 14 for him and 14 for him physical attack. That's going to be a tall order, I think. Yeah, let's leave it there. So we'll keep these 3 in hand. We'll draw back up to our hand limit of 5, so 4, 5, and we get Crystallize and Threaten. So not particularly helpful. They declare end of round, and it's back to us. Okay, and I think here we can use Wings of Wind with a white from our inventory, and we can play Threaten sideways for a move of 1, and we'll move into the village. It doesn't provoke him. And then we can engage this orc in combat. And we can use Whirlwind with the white from our inventory. Target enemy does not attack this combat. Play Rage with a red from our inventory. And actually we can save a white and use a white from the source. And then Rage we can power with the red from our inventory, and this sideways for an attack of 5, which gives us +1 reputation. And 3 fame, so 1, 2, 3, so we will level up. This is going away. White, red, these get discarded. I won't re-roll that given it's the end of the round anyway. So we get a choice of skill here. And the choices are these 2. So it's similar to this first skill we got, except you get a green into your inventory and a white token. And then we have a ranged attack of 2 during the day and 1 at night. And I think let's that is let's take a ranged attack, I think. Yeah. And the common skill from Tovak is his cold swordsmanship. We also get an advanced action card, and I think I'm going to take Shield Bash here. So block 3, cancel twice against an attack with swiftness. So that can go there. These advance, we get a new one, and it's regeneration. Of course, the round is over, so we're re-rolling these. And it's red, white, and green. So that's going to be for the day. the unit offer gets refreshed, we do have elite units coming now because we have revealed the core tile, and it's the fire golems. We have the magic familiars, and then the other elite unit is heroes. So that's there. We then give them Blood Rage at these advance, and we also get Song of Wind. They're getting a blue crystal for mist form into their inventory. And then the new spell is Offering. And then all we have to do, we ready our units, our skill, and shuffle up for the next turn. Okay, so I think here we can draw up to our hand limit of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we get a Rage, Whirlwind, Noble Manners, Stamina, and Mana Draw. And sorry, these should be face up. So we have a keep enemy and a brown enemy for an artifact. And this is, okay, a spell and 4 crystals for a brown enemy and a purple one. And I think here, given our hand, we can probably try and take out the Draconum there. So I think we might take Rethink here. And the dummy player is going to take number 3, so Mana Steal, so we'll go first. Oops, well, that should have been like that. So we can, these go away. And yeah, we're going to get rid of Noble Manners and probably Stamina. So we'll discard those 2, keep these 3, and draw 2 for the 2 we discarded, and we get Swiftness and March. These get shuffled back in. So I'm not sure if we're going to have enough to take out that Draconum there. We're going to need 14 points of physical attack. I mean, we have Whirlwind, which will prevent him from attacking, but we'll still need 14 points of physical attack. So what I think I do here is plunder the village. So we'll lose 1 reputation, and we'll plunder and get Stamina and Swiftness. So again, not the best. So yeah, now we have to decide if we can actually take this guy out. It would be we would level up with it, which would be useful. And I think here we will go for that guy. So we're going to use this skill for a green and a white. So we'll get the white into our inventory, the green, and we can use, I guess, March for move 2 in here. And then let's play Whirlwind with the white from our inventory. We're engaging this guy. Target enemy does not attack this combat. Then we need 14 points of physical attack. We can play Rage with the red from the source for an attack of 4. We can use this for an attack of 2. That's 6. We can play Swiftness for an attack of 3. 9. Thugs for 3 is 12, and Peasants for 2 is 14. So that's him fully gone. We get +2 on the reputation track, and we get 8 fame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we do level up. These are going away. White and green, white. The red, it gets re-rolled, and it is a green. So 2 greens and a white in the source. And we get a level up, so that will increase our hand limit to 6. We have 3 cards left in hand, and we draw another 3. So 1, 2, 3. And we get Shield Bash, Determination, and Stamina. And I think that should be refreshed because it's a once a turn skill. Dummy player, 1, 2, and 3. It's a blue, so they get 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. This goes away. And then it's back over to us. Okay, so I think here we will use Mana Draw with the white in the source, and we'll take the green and set it to blue. And we'll get 2 blue tokens. and we're going to use them to power stamina for move 4 and the other stamina for move 4. So we will use 5 of that to get into the desert there, and then we can use another 2 to explore this tile, and we get, okay, so there is a refugee camp there, so that could be an option. And that is all we want to do on this turn. I think we'll keep these 3 in hand. There is the chance to go for, well, first of all, let's reveal what's in the city. So we have 5 physical attack with poison and 5 armor, 4 cold fire attack, poison, brutal, and physical resistance, and 7 physical attack with swiftness and 5 armor. Okay, so that's there. The blue does not get re-rolled, the white does, and it is a red. These go away. And we can go on then to mana draw was also used, so that goes away. And we draw up to our hand limit of 6, so 1, 2, 3. And we get Noble Manners, Threaten, and March. Dummy player is 1, 2, and 3. It's a white, so they don't draw another one. Back to us. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for the refugee camp and try and get the fire golems, which will cost an extra 1 influence, so a total of 9. So I'll play March with the green from the source for move 4, and then I'll play, I think, Swiftness for move 2. That'll get us in there. And then on the next turn, hopefully I'll be able to recruit. It's a blue. This goes there. We are drawing up to 6, so another 2. And we get Concentration and Rejuvenate. Dummy player, 1, 2, and 3. It's stamina. So that's another 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then back to us. And I think we will try. So we have no green, unfortunately. So we could play Rejuvenate to draw a card, or ready. Why don't we ready? We can ready one of our units here, and that will give us, we could get influence 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or we could get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, let's ready our peasants with the Rejuvenate. We'll play Threaten with a red in the source for influence 5, reputation -1. We'll play Noble Manners for influence of 2, and use our peasants for influence of 2. So 2, 4, plus 5 is 9. And we have to decrease our reputation for using Threaten, and increase our fame for using Noble Manners. So yeah, that's all we will do for this turn. This gets re-rolled. It's a gold. And we can draw back up to 6, so another 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And we get Wings of Wind, Crystallize, and Rage. Dummy player then, 1, 2, and 3. They're going to declare end of round on the next turn. Back to us. Okay, and I think here we can play Crystallize with a blue from the source and get a white into our inventory. We will use that for Wings of Wind and play, let's play Determination for move of 1, and we'll move 1 space over to the ruins here. And hopefully we'll be able to maybe take that next turn, but I'm not sure if we'll have enough. That's a white. These go back. We have 3, and we're drawing another 3, and we get Spell Forge and Improvisation. Dummy player declares end of round, and now we have to decide if we want to try and go for the ruins or not. And I think we will try. I'm really on the fence about whether we'll have enough here, but let's try it. So we can, let's play Spellforge, use the blue in our inventory. and we can gain a green for meditation, and we will also take a red for the offering spell, and those go into our inventory. And then we can enter the ruins. So there is a keep enemy and a brown enemy. So the two we get are, okay, so 5 physical attack, 4 armor with physical resistance, 3 physical attack, and 7 armor. He's fortified. So we can use the physical resistance of the fire golems to absorb this guy's damage. And then we can, why don't we use concentration with shield bash, which will give us 5, and that's probably not worth it then, because he doesn't have swiftness. So we can use the red token we gained for ranged fire attack of 4 on this guy, which would kill him because he's not fortified. And then we need 7 attack to take this guy out. And I think we'll use concentration with the green from our inventory. Or we could actually use, let's use the gold in the source to power concentration. And that will give us, I mean, it doesn't really matter which we use here. We can use improvisation, which will give us an attack of 5 if we discard, which will discard shield bash. So that's an attack of 7 total. So to recap, we entered the dungeon, we used the blue from our inventory to gain a green and a red. That was before we entered the dungeon. So once we entered the dungeon, this guy we absorb the damage with, because our fire golems are physically resistant. With an armor of 4, he does 3 physical damage, so that's absorbed. We took out this guy with our ranged fire attack of 4 in the ranged siege attack phase. Then we had to come up with 7 points of attack after this guy's damage had been absorbed, and we had concentration with improvisation for an attack of 5 plus 2 from concentration is 7, and we discarded shield bash with that. And we also had this available, which would have been a ranged attack of 2, and rage was left in hand. So that's goes back in there. We are at the end of the round, so I won't re-roll that, but we are going to gain 4 plus 3 is 7 fame for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So up to 32. We also get an artifact, and our choices are Endless Bag of Gold, Influence 4, Fame plus 2, or Influence 9, Fame plus 3, or Book of Wisdom. Throw away an action card from your hand, gain an advanced action card from the advanced actions offer to your hand that is the same color as the action you threw away, or the stronger effect. Throw away an action card from your hand, gain a spell from the spells offered to your hand that is the same color as the action you threw away, and a crystal of that color to your inventory. So I think I'm going to take Book of Wisdom for sure. And then this goes away. These get discarded. This was used, but we'll refresh all of these. We have that. And this is going into our discard pile. And yeah, we can refresh the unit offer after we re-roll the source. And we get blue, blue, green. So I would have liked to seen a black there. So we're refreshing the unit offer with 1 or 2 elite units and 1 regular unit, and we get Amatep Gunners. The regular unit is Foresters, and the elite is Amatep Freezers. And then the advanced action offer, they're going to gain Learning into their deck. These advance, and the new one is Swift Bolt. And then they're getting a green crystal for meditation. These advance, and the new spell is going to be Demolish. Okay, so they get a green, and Demolish goes there. And then we just have to shuffle up for ourselves and the dummy player, and we can go on to the next round. Okay, so we can draw up to our hand limit of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we get Stamina, Swiftness, Noble Manners, March, Threaten, and Whirlwind. And I think for tactics, I'm going to choose Sparing Power, because going into that city with only 6 cards is going to be extremely difficult. So the dummy player then is going to take 3, so Mana Search. That goes away. They're going to go first. So hopefully they don't move too fast here. So 1, 2, and 3. It's a red, so 2 more. We are going to play Stamina with a blue from the source to move 4. We'll move on to the red Crystal Mine. We're going to discard Noble Manners and Threaten. Yeah, let's do that. The blue gets re-rolled. This should be gone, and it's a green. So yeah, that's not helpful, and I forgot to spare power, so we'll put that under there. We're going to draw up to our hand limit of 6, so another 3. So 1, 2, and 3, and it is Rage, Spellforge, and Determination. Dummy player 1, 2, and 3. It's a blue, so another 3. 1, 2, and 3. We will spare power. We will use a blue in the source, I think, to yeah, let's use the blue to gain 2 crystals to our inventory. Let's gain a red and a white. 1 for charm and 1 for offering in the spell offer. Of the same color. So gain 2 crystals to your inventory of the same colors as 2 different spell cards in the spells offer. So I think that, yeah, I think red and white are the ones I'll go for. Do we want to keep any of these? Probably do. So we'll only draw 1, unfortunately. And it's a red. I was hoping for maybe a white or something. So we'll draw 1. And it's Crystallize. Dummy player 1, 2, and 3. It's a blue, so oh no. 1, 2, 3. We will spare power here. Back to us then. And I think here we're gonna have to try this. So let's use our sparing power. And we get Rage, Shield Bash, and Wings of Wind. Okay, so I think here, let's play Crystal. Well, let's use this skill for a white and a green mana token. So the white goes into our inventory and we get the green there. We can play Crystallize. We'll play that with the green and gain a crystal of that color to our inventory. So that's that played. We can use our March for move 2. To move into the city. And sorry, I never took a red crystal for ending on a mine there, and I think I might have missed it twice actually. But let's go on. And so okay, we can play. We've entered the site. These guys are the enemies. We are going to let's play Whirlwind with a white from our inventory to target this guy so he doesn't attack this combat. We're going to use our thugs for block 3 and our peasants for block 2 to block this guy, so he's blocked fully. We can, that would be 4 and 8, so if we, and then we could use Determination for an attack of 2, so that would be an attack of 10, which would take out both him and him. So those guys are taken care of, and then it's just this guy. Can we generate enough block here to I want to save this guy for next turn because he has fire attack of 4, which is efficient against that, so we would only need another 8 points of of attack, but I'm not sure we can actually block, generate another 8 points of block here. So I think we will have to take the wounds into hand for this guy, and he is poisonous as well. So yeah, that's a disappointment. If we had a black, we could target all of these guys and make none of them attack. Yeah, that's a little frustrating, because we can only generate 3 points of physical block plus 1 sideways, which isn't going to be enough. We could do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage, but only 4 of that would be efficient, so we would need another 8 points, which we're not going to get. We only have 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, so we're going to have to take wounds for this guy. So he's doing 8 or 4 points, but it's brutal, so he's doing 8. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So 3 wounds to hand and 3 to our discard pile in the assigned damage phase. Don't forget, this guy was blocked and this guy didn't attack. Then we're going to play Rage for an attack of 4 with a red from our inventory. Rage for another attack of 4 from the source, and then 2 from determination. So that's a total of 10 points of physical attack, which takes out these 2. And then yeah, let's do that. I mean, we could look at getting regeneration on the net when we level up here, which would give us a heal 2 next turn, and it would allow us to ready a unit. So we could actually use fire block, or block 3 plus 3 is 6, and then these 2 sideways for 8. Actually, yeah, let's do that. So we can, instead of taking the wounds, we can block for 3, block for another 3. That's 6, 7, and 8. That's inefficient against a cold fire block of 4. So he is fully blocked, actually, so we won't take any wounds, which is good. But he is still alive. We do kill 2 of them, so we get 2 shield tokens on the city. So just to recap, we played March to move in for 2. We decreased our reputation. We played Whirlwind. Well, before we moved in, we played Crystallize with the green to our inventory. We also gained a white. Then we played Whirlwind. Target enemy does not attack this turn. That's this guy. We used the Thugs and the Peasants for a block of 3 and a block of 2 to block this guy. So total of 5. And then we used our Fire Golems for a block of 3, our Shield Bash for a block of 3, that's a block of 6, Swiftness, and this Sideways for a block of 8, which is efficient, or inefficient against Cold Fire attack of 4. So we managed to block him. Then we came in with Rage, 1 red crystal from our inventory, 1 red from the source for an attack of 8, and Determination for an attack of 2, which is 10, which is enough to take out these 2. So yeah, that's that. We'll clear it up here, and we can re-roll this. It is a green, so we have 3 greens now in the source. We are getting, we used all of our cards in that round except, yeah, we did. So we're getting 9 fame for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 41. These go over there. We are leveling up. So we get choice of 2 skills, and we have, okay, his motivation skill, which is a must take. We retreat back out. We end our turn on a mine, so we get another red crystal. We are going to take regeneration for our advanced action. For our level up, these advance, and the new one we get is Frost Bridge. and then we draw up to our hand limit, which is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we get Rejuvenate, Concentration, Mana Draw, Improvisation, Book of Wisdom, and Regeneration. Dummy players going, so they go 1 and 2. They're going to declare end of round on the next turn, back over to us. Okay, so I think here we will flip our motivation skill. We get a white token and 2 cards. So our no, it's not our last 2 actually. It's March and Swiftness. I think here we can, we can ready a level. Let's play Rejuvenate with the green from our inventory to ready the fire golems. And then we can, interesting. So if we could break the Book of Wisdom and throw away Improvisation, which will allow us to gain a spell from the spells offer to our hand that is the same color. We can gain Demolish to our hand, and we also gain a red crystal to our inventory. So we now have 3 red crystals. We can play Demolish. Even more interesting, we could use Mana Draw with the white in our inventory. We can take a green die from the source and set it to black. We'll gain 2 black tokens. And then we can use 1 red and 1 black with Disintegrate. Yeah, let's do that. So let's play March for move 2. We'll lose a reputation to move into the city. This guy is coming down, and we can use Mana Draw with the white from our inventory. We set the die to black. We get 2 black tokens. We use a red from our inventory and 1 of the black tokens to play the stronger effect of Demolish, Disintegrate. So we're getting Disintegrate here. Play this only in the attack phase of combat. Destroy target enemy. Other enemies get armor -1. So now we have to come up with 8 points of block. Perhaps it would be better just to, instead of using the black here, we ignore site fortifications this turn. Enemies get armor -1. So he's no longer fortified, so we can use ranged fire attack of 4 against his 7 armor. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And then we would need another 6 points of ranged attack. We can only generate ranged attack of 3. +1 is 4. So we don't have enough. And we're going to need to try and block this guy somehow. So we'll reverse all of that. We didn't get any information. Doesn't work. So we will take this back. We can put the Demolish back in the spell offer while we work out what we want to do here. So we played March. We're going in. We have played Rejuvenate we used the green to ready our level 3 unit. We have this white available as well to us. And then we have to work out a way with our current cards to actually defeat this guy. Okay, I think, so we've moved in. He's going to come down, and then we can break the Book of Wisdom and throw away Swiftness to gain Charm. And then we can play Mana Draw with the white we got from our motivation, take a green and turn it to black. And we'll get 2 black tokens. And then we can use the white from our inventory and 1 of the blacks for 1 enemy does not attack. We do gain attack equal to its attack, including elements, but we can only use that on other enemies, which there are none. So we now have to come up with either 8 points of fire, ice, or cold fire attack, or 16 points of physical attack, or some combination. So we can use red for a ranged fire attack of 4, which is efficient against him. So that brings his armor down to 4. And then we would need another 8 points of physical attack, and we can use improvisation with a red, discard, regeneration. So that's 5, 6. Oh, we're just short 7 here. Oh, there's got to be a way to do this. This goes back. Let's rethink this here. We'll get there. So that goes there. Let's see. Okay, so sorry, this should be back there. I think we're not gonna use the Book of Wisdom to break it. So what we'll do is, I think we will allow him to attack. So he's gonna do 8 points of damage. That's going to be a few wounds. So we're going to get the peasants to take some of that damage. So they'll take 1 wound plus 1 for poison. So they'll have 2. That reduces his attack from 8 to 5. We're going to take 4, 3, 2, and 1, 0, and then 2 wounds into our discard pile. And then we can use the red from our inventory for ranged fire attack 4, which is efficient against him. So we need another 4 points of, or 8 points of physical attack, sorry. And we can use concentration with a green from the source for swiftness, which gives us a ranged attack of 5. And then we can play improvisation with a red from our inventory and discard. Let's discard. I mean, we can discard mana draw, I guess. So that will give us an attack of 5, which is enough. So 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 inefficient against an armor of 4 after we did ranged fire attack of 4. So the ranged fire attack of 4 took it down to, meant we needed another 8 points of physical attack, which we got through playing concentration and swiftness and then improvisation. And yeah, that's going to do it. So we'll clear that up and that, and we can discard all of these. This gets re-rolled. It's a blue. These are getting discarded. We do have a number of wounds now, but that's okay. This goes away. We can play regeneration to heal 2 using a green from our inventory, and that will heal those 2, and we get 8 fame for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we will level up. And then this goes away. And our last card is stamina. So unfortunately, I mean, we could actually use the basic effect of Book of Wisdom to throw away an action card from our hand and gain an advanced action of the same color. So we could throw away stamina and gain Frost Bridge. So let's do that on our last turn. So stamina goes, and then that is the end. Yeah, so that is all for this game. I will tidy up here, organize everything, and then we can come back for scoring. Okay, so we have tidied up and we can go on to scoring. So we have, for spells, we have 2 spells. So that's another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 advanced actions. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1 artifact, which is 2. And we have 1 pair of crystals, which is 1 point. And then we got 1 keep. This should be on there. We got 1 mage tower. That keep, we had that keep as well. So that's 2, 4. Yeah, there. We had that mage 6. We had this 8. So yeah, we got 8. 8 from our sites. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we had wounds, so -2, -4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We also had our units, so 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and half of that is 1, so we didn't get any for that. And then +10 per conquered city, so we go up to 78. And then 15 if all cities were conquered, 88, 93. And then +30 for each unplayed round. There were none, there was no cards left there. And the end of round was not announced on the last turn, so that's 98. So yeah, that was actually quite a difficult one, I found. Let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts on how I could have played it differently or better, or how you would have played it. I would definitely be interested to hear. I always find the Blitz Conquest quite tight in terms of timing, and trying to get a good enough deck built before the end of the second night to conquer the city. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any thoughts. I think that's going to do it for today. Thanks for joining. Hope you can join again next time.